You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. We have another fair this week. It's the Turner County Fair, and I'll be heading over there throughout the week doing some call-ins from Health Connect. They've got a booth set up there. And when I say a booth, they've got a whole building set up there. Commercial building number 7. I was there for a while yesterday. First of all, awesome people. Health Connect of South Dakota. They do so many amazing things throughout the year. They're the ones that actually put on the Health Connect Fair, of course. It's their name. They also do the Human Race, which we've been a part of for the last several years. They also took over the Mocktails Mix-Off. So, again, amazing organization. They do so many wonderful things, and they will be at the Turner County Fair this whole week. Free admission to get into the fair. You can go into the building they're in. It's commercial building number 7. There's a big Health Connect banner right out front. Free admission into the building. They've got a bunch of screenings and kind of fun things that they're doing, some fun demonstrations. All of this stuff is free. So, again, if you get a chance, get over and check out the fair this week in Parker. It's only like 20 minutes from Sioux Falls. And then be sure to stop in and see Health Connect at their building there. So, like I said, I'll be there later in the day again, doing some call-ins, having some fun. Good people. And then here's the other thing's cool. Then I get some fair food. Oh, that was so good. Had Sioux Empire Fair food last week. Now I have Turner County Fair food this week. Then I have to go on a diet. I'm just saying. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Got a guest coming up in a moment. Very funny man. Jeff Leeson. He is a hilarious comedian. He'll be in Sioux Falls area this week. We'll chat with him all about that coming up.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Excited to visit with a very funny stand-up comic. I actually saw him on Dry Bar Comedy. I'm a big fan. Jeff Leeson. You're going to be in Sioux Falls Thursday. I'm excited.
Thank you. Yeah, me as well.
And you're going to be at Boss's Comedy Club, which officially is in T, but, you know, we say you're going to be in Sioux Falls. You're going to be in the Sioux Falls area, and we're excited to have you here. And again, the thing that's fun, I've seen you before, so I know what to expect, but for people who haven't had a chance to see you yet, let's kind of describe what Jeff Leeson comedy is kind of like.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's really about creating a very unique and personal experience for the crowd each and every night, so that when they leave, whether or not they liked it or thought it was funny is debatable, but they can't argue that was their show, was specifically for them and was created in the moment, uniquely and personally for that audience.
A lot of crowd work, which I think is awesome. And there are some comics that are good at that and some that are not so good. You are one that's very good at doing crowd work, and you just seem to find just the right people every single time. I love that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's, you get the nights where you don't get those people, but for the most part, people, I like to look for people that are enjoying themselves, having fun. I think the difference between my style and someone else that may have a similar style is I am really not looking to make anybody uncomfortable or angry or make anybody feel bad or anything like that. I really want them to feel like they were a part of the show. It was for them and created with them, as opposed to, them feeling like they were attacked or something along those lines.
No, and it's one of the things I think you do really good. And it's like when the show is done, those guys are getting high fives in the parking lot instead of like, oh, I got to sneak out the back door.
That's right. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do is to sort of create a little mini local celebrity for a night.
Now, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy, Jeff? And what was it that got you kind of pulled into this?
Yeah, I started very young. I started when I was 14 years old in high school. And, you know, it was one of those things where I fell in love with stand-up comedy at a very young age. I used to watch, I grew up in Canada. We had these 2 stand-up shows that were on every day after school. And I was just enthralled by the art form of stand-up comedy. And, you know, as I was going throughout my school years, I would always, for whatever reason, just had a knack for public speaking and presentations and things like that. And, you know, it was one of those things where just at a very early age, I knew what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go, and then sort of put all my eggs in one basket.
I love that. I was just checking to see. I searched Jeff Leeson comedy on the internet because I always like to see what comes up. And I always like to also see the people also searched for. So people who are looking for you online are also looking for Matt Rife comedy. So you're being compared to Matt Rife. Adam Carolla, which is pretty cool. Ben Bailey, that's cool. That's a good group to be with. Christopher Titus, that's also one. So I think you're in a good group. That's a good place to be, I would say.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm honored to be included in that list.
And again, I'm excited to have you in Sioux Falls. If folks are looking for tickets, I'm going to throw a link to make it easy to find. SiouxFallsComedy.com will send you there, and you'll have a link to be able to get tickets. Again, the Jeff Leeson show is coming up on Thursday, so we're a couple days away. But if you'd like to get tickets, I'll make it super simple, super easy. Jeff, thank you so much for taking some time to chat with us, and I'm excited to see you in a couple of days.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it, and I look forward to the show on Thursday.
Again, it's at Boss's Comedy, officially in T. We always say Boss's Comedy Sioux Falls, but it is officially in T, South Dakota. All of the details for the show, you can get tickets as well. I've got a link at Facebook.com/Sunny Radio and Facebook.com/Sioux Falls Comedy.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
This day in Sioux Falls history brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, August 15th, 1871, the very first permanent hotel is completed in Sioux Falls. It was called the Cataract Hotel. A small boarding house known as the Dubuque House existed in the 1850s and early 1860s, but that had been abandoned and eventually torn down. For over a century, the Cataract would do just the opposite. It grew and grew to the social center of Sioux Falls city life. Starting off as just a small 8-room boarding house, this version of the Cataract was eventually moved to serve as residential housing, and a grand edifice was put in its place. This day in Sioux Falls history has been brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun page at SiouxFallsFunPage.com, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.